Hello, dear students of class 6. This is Nazia Altaf, your mathematics teacher. Today our topic is multiplication and division of whole numbers. This is taken from exercise number 2.3. As we have discussed about multiplication, we have learned about multiplication and division in the previous two classes 4 and 5. But again we are going to revise this concept because here I have to teach you about the commutative and associative law under multiplication. In the previous class I told you, I explained you about the associative and commutative properties and laws over an addition, and today we will discuss about these two laws over multiplication. The rules are same, nothing is difficult, everything you have to follow same, but here this is multiplication and in the previous class that was the addition. Okay, this sum is taken from exercise number 2.3, which is on page number 29. You can see over here I am showing you the book. If you don't have the book, you can take the screenshot, and here are the sums. You can see over here, this is find the following products of the whole numbers. These are 4 parts of the product and these are the 4 parts of division. So I am solving one part from each and you have to solve the rest of 3 parts. Okay, leave these 4 sums, you just have to solve 1 and 2. Okay, you can take the screenshot of this because I have you can see. Okay, now I have shown you the exercise. We are starting the sum. This is the second part of this sum, so I am going to solve this sum. Here you have to write the values 736, then 103. So first of all you have to write 736. Leave some spaces so that it would be easy to solve. Then 103. Now we have to multiply these two values. 3 multiplied by 6, you have to multiply 3 by all above values, then 0 by all above values, then 1 by all above values. You know all about the multiplication. 3 multiplied by 6, 3 6 are 18, 3 3s are 9 and 1 carry, it would be 10. Again 1 carry, 3 7s are 21 and 1 carry, it would be 22. Then 0 6 are 0, 0 3s are 0, 0 7s are 0. You can place, you can write 0 over here or cross, it doesn't matter at all. 1 6 are 6, 1 3s are 3 and 1 7s are 7. Now you have to add all these 3 values. Can you add yourself? Okay, it is quite easy. 8, 0, 6 and 2, 8, 3 and 2, 5 and 7. This is the answer. Quite easy. This is the second part of first question. You have to solve all the rest of 3 parts, 1, 3 and 4. Okay dear students, this is the division of whole numbers. Same exercise, same page number, but question is 2. Second part, I am solving here second part, that is 96,324 divided by 245. Okay class, we have to solve this sum. As you know that this is divided by this value. The first value will be written inside and the second value will be written outside. This is called you can see over here. This is called dividend and this is called divisor. This is called dividend and this is called divisor. Okay. Now first of all we have to solve this. As you can see over here there are 3 values. These 3 values and you have to solve it up to these 3 values. So we will see that at which place the value will be closer to 963, maybe closer or smaller. You have to write it at separate form in the rough column. Now multiply it by some number. As I know that if I multiply it by 2, then the value would be very small. If I multiply it by 3 or 4, I will check it, because I multiply it by 2, then 2 2s are 4 and I will get 400 something value. So I will take the third value. 3 5s are 15, 1 carry, 3 4s are 12 and 1 13, 3 2s are 6 and 1 7. So I get 735. If I multiply it by 4, then the value will be bigger than 963. So I will take just this value. I am multiplying it with the value 3. So I am writing it with colored marker. It would be easy for you to understand, because this is our quotient. You have to write the values exactly under the above values, because the place value matters a lot. If you do not follow the place values, then the sum will be wrong. Now we have to subtract this value 735 from 963. Borrow from here. 6 will give borrow to this, it will become 13, it will become 5. So 13 minus 5 we get 8, 5 minus 3 we get 2, 9 minus 7 we get again 2. So the left value is 228. You can see over here that this value is smaller than this value. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to bring this 2 over here. ठीक है. नाउ आपने 2 को नीचे उतार लिया है. ठीक है, यही होती है ना आपकी डिवीजन का प्रोसेस. यू हैव टू ब्रिंग दिस 2 at this place. Now again 245, you have to multiply it by some number. If I multiply it, you can see over here that this number was quite nearer to 245, this value. So I will multiply it by some bigger number, 8 or 9. So I am multiplying it with 9 multiplied by 5, we get 45. 4 carry, 9 4s are 36, plus 4 40, 0 again 4 carry, 9 2s are 18, 18 and 4 we get 22. So this is 2205. 2205. You can see over here this value is smaller than the above value. Again subtract it from the above value. get borrow from here, it will be 7, this is 12, 12 minus 5 is 7, 7 minus 0 is 7, 2 minus 2 is 0 and 2 minus 2 is 0. So this is our remainder. Here again we will take 4 from the above value. Okay. Which number was multiplied by this? 9. Write 9 over here. Okay, now this is 774. Now again we have to take this value 245. Take this value 245. This is our rough column. You have to multiply it. Don't use the calculator. You have to solve it by yourself. Okay. Here again we have to take the value. So I am again taking 3 because you can see over here I have multiplied it with 3 and I get 735, and this is nearer to that value, so I can again take this value. So I don't have to write it again, solve it again. I can take this value from here. It would be 735. And what number is this? This is 3. Subtract it from the above value. Take borrow from here. This will become 6. This is 14. 14 minus 5, I get 9. 6 minus 3, I get 3. And 7 minus 7, I get 0. So this is 39. This is our remainder. And we get 393. This is the answer. 393. This is the answer. And you have to write the remainder as well. This is 39. When we divide this value, because this is not the divisor of complete divisor of 245, so that's why we get remainder over here. Okay students, you can see over here one example. 2 and 9 is divided by 2. So 2, when we divide it by 2, we get 2 4s are 8, because 9 is not divisible by 2 completely, so we get this. Here you can see this 4 is called the quotient. This 4 is called the quotient. I have told you these values, these things about these things in the previous class. This is called the divisor. This is called the divisor. And what is this called? This is called dividend. Some people say it dividend, but it is not dividend, it is dividend. Okay. And this thing is called the remainder. So you should know about all these things, that the answer we get is called quotient, the number which I have to divide, that is called dividend, and the number which is dividing that number, that is called the divisor. And if we are dividing it and it is not completely divisible, then we get some value, that is called the remainder. Okay my dear students, this is commutative and associative law under multiplication. So here we are going to discuss about the commutative law first. What is commutative law? As I have given you an example in the previous class, I had taken two types of fruits, apple and strawberries. Apple were in the basket, strawberries were in the tray, and you just have to change the places of those fruits, and that was the commutative property under addition. Again we are going to take the same example, and here I am having this a multiplied by a value b. When we multiply it a by b, then we get some answer, and that answer is same as if I multiply b by a. So we can change the place of the two values when we are multiplying it, but we get the same answer, same result, no changing in the result. So this is called the commutative law under multiplication, because we are using multiply sign over here. In the previous we used plus sign. Okay, I am taking the example. This is I am just taking two values, 3 multiplied by 9. Now I have to solve it. 3 multiplied by 9, I get 3 nines are 27. If I get 9 multiplied by 3, now what I have done over here, 3 and 9, I have just changed the places of these two values, and this is 9 multiplied by 3. Now I am solving this. You can solve this and this in parallel form. 9 multiplied by 3, 9 3s are 27. So the result is same. So this was our left hand side, and this is our right hand side. These two values are same. I have solved these two values. In your book, this is from the exercise number 2.4. You can see over here in your book, page number 32, exercise number 2.4, fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. 5, first part, 5 multiplied by 0 is equal to dash. So what you have to do? You have to just change the places of these two values and write again in the same form. 0 multiplied by 5. Again 6 multiplied by 1 is equal to dash. Then 2 multiplied by 5 is equal to 5 multiplied by dash. You just have to fill in the blank. You have to just follow the rule, this rule, and fill in the blanks. Here is write true or false. First part, 545 multiplied by 245 is equal to 545 plus 245. Is that right or wrong? This is multiply and this is plus. So you have to decide it whether it is right or wrong. Now we will discuss about the associative law. Okay class, we are starting the associative law. Associative law is, if we have 3 values, associative law is about 3 values. If I multiply B and C first and then multiply it by A, I will get the same result as if I multiply A and B first and then multiply it by the third value. So A multiply B multiply C is equal to A multiply B multiply C. The values in the bracket, I have to solve them first. I am taking this example. 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 is equal to 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5. So first I have to solve this left hand side. Take the left hand side. Left hand side is 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5. 2 5s are 10. Then 3 10s are 30. Now I am taking right hand side, and my right hand side is 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5. inside the bracket. So first I have to solve the values in the bracket. 3 2s are 6. Then follow the same rule. 6 5s are 30. So we have same values on left and right. So hence we have proved that left hand side is equal to right hand side. This is the associative law under multiplication, because we are using multiply sign over here. No addition sign is there. In the associative law under addition we used addition sign, and here we will use the multiplication sign. In your book, this is on page number 32, same exercise 2.4. Sums are 1 and 2. These are the objective sums. Fill in the blanks and write true or false. But that is all about the commutative and associative laws under multiplication. This is about the associative law because there are 3 values. This is the sum of associative law. This is also the associative law. This is also associative law. If there are 3 values, then they all are the associative laws. You just have to solve up to 5. First 5. Don't solve the 6th and 7th part. That is the different law, and we will not discuss about these that law. We will discuss in the next class. Okay, you just have to solve these 5 parts 1 till 5, and here write true or false. Just solve first, second and 4th part. Don't solve the 3rd part. Okay, my dear students. The students don't have the book. They can take the screenshot from the video. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you is that is the multiplicative identity. I have told you in the previous class about the additive identity. Here we will discuss about the multiplicative identity. What is the multiplicative identity? First you tell me please, what is the additive identity? You remember that? Yes, that was 0, because when we add 0 to any number we get the same number again. 0 does not change the value of any number. So here multiplicative identity, we must have some value that does not change the value of any number. If I have 36, so I have to multiply this 36 by any number which does not change this value. I have to multiply it with any number that does not change this value. That will be the multiplicative identity. And what is that value? What is that number? That number is 1. Because 36 multiplied by 1 we get again 36. If I multiply it, I have to take some other value. 105 multiplied by 1. 105 multiplied by 1 we get again 105. As you know that 2 ones are 2, we get 2. So we are taking any value, we get the same value. This 1 is not changing the value of any number. We get the same number. So this is called the multiplicative identity. 1 is called the multiplicative identity. That was all about the lesson. So my dear student, I have told you about the homework, that you have to solve the 3 sums of first question of exercise number 2.3 of product, and 3 sums of division from the same exercise, and from 2.4 you have to solve the first and second true false and fill in the blanks, just those which are related to the topic I have explained. Hope you all understood it well. Stay blessed.